Hi everybody, my name is Akita Akari Aurora and let's get into it. This week's Gene Key is number 48, Resourcefulness. And whoa, what a week. October 2nd to October 8th. October 8th is my galactic signature day. And wow, this week didn't I have to be resourceful? Whoa. All right, let's get into it. Its programming partner is number 21. And I don't know if you've been following my Facebook page, 3333 has been flying all around me. And when you see this video, the code is in here too. So the Divinity code for this week is 333. All right, let's get into it. All right, so Richard Rudd says if we don't know how to handle emotional states with equanimity, integrity, and clarity, we never fully enter adulthood, but remain at some level a child. The gift of resourcefulness, the shadow of inadequacy, and the CD of wisdom. The programming partner is number 21, authority. And again, if we don't know how to handle emotional states with equanimity, integrity, and clarity, we never fully enter adulthood, but remain at some level children. My wisdom story. My father was an idealistic young man who was willing to sacrifice his life for our country. He admired the bravery, cooperation, and loyalty he experienced during the war, almost as much as he hated the way he and his fellow soldiers were received after it ended. He felt dropped and forgotten by the very people for whom he gave everything, and manipulated by the government he had served with such devotion. 222 coming in. By the time I was halfway through elementary school, he was a bitter, paranoid, and unscrupulous man. When he wasn't obsessing over conspiracy theories and spying on the government, he was unleashing his anger at me, constantly criticizing me for being undisciplined and unattractive. My mother was consumed with making ends meet, running the household and keeping up appearances. All she wanted was for us to do well in school and to look good, so that the neighbors wouldn't notice what was happening behind closed doors. As my sense of unworthiness grew, I found myself glued to the television, watching soap operas filled with beautiful people and commercials that flaunted perfect women who were gorgeous, successful, and seductive all at once. In comparison, I felt unbearably bland. As I entered puberty, the pressure I felt to look, act, and perform well increased. I became obsessed with my appearance, grades, and getting into the best college. I didn't sleep before tests, desperate to fill the void in my belly and calm my nervous system. I binged and purged with food. It wasn't until I was in high school, thanks to a wonderful English teacher who encouraged me to write about my most private pain, that I came to understand how my life had been hijacked by a deep sense of inadequacy. My teacher didn't just see my suffering, she saw a depth, sensitivity, and wisdom in me I didn't even know was there. She kept pulling it out of me. I have her to thank for the way my life unfolded as I blossomed into a young woman, came to trust my inner knowing, and fell in love with earth-based spirituality. Today, I sleep peacefully and have the great honor of facilitating emotionally and spiritually healing rites of passage for 7 to 14-year-olds. Every day, I am inspired and amazed by the inner resources of these kids. Ashe, ashe. Inner resources. My gift to you: do not hide from the well of darkness within you, for there is light and boundless riches at the bottom of that well. You can find elegant solutions to all of life's challenges and just the right support when you need it most. But first, you must reassure your body that it is safe, even when you don't have all of the answers. Let the parent in you love you and hold you, that child within, even in the presence of fear. Over time, you will spontaneously dive into the void and discover warmth there than you ever expected. You will discover more warmth there than you ever expected. Trust your inner knowing, and the people around you will start the people around you will start dipping into your well and drawing out more resourcefulness and wisdom than you realize you had. You are far more adequate than you can possibly imagine. Ashe, ashe. Questions for contemplation. What is your relationship to fear? Do you tend to repress and avoid your fear? Or do you tend to act it out or react to it? Number 2, where do you feel most inadequate? How does not feeling good enough impact your thoughts, feelings, and actions? Number 3, do people tend to feel intimidated or inadequate around you? Number 4, who in your life has truly seen your wisdom and pulled it out? That's an awesome question. I love that one. Number 5, think of a time you experienced or expressed your wisdom. And number 6, write down 10 of your greatest inner resources. Notice the feelings and thoughts that rise as you do this. That is a beautiful exploration and a beautiful story. GeneKey number 48. The gift of resourcefulness, the shadow of inadequacy, and the CD of wisdom. The shadow is inadequacy, and this is really, this 48 is not in my chart, I don't think so. But I've had a dream, and I keep on going back to this dream. And in the dream, I was telling somebody how worthy they were. The person was about to kill themselves. And they didn't. They decided not to. And I woke up from that dream feeling that that was a really big message that I needed to repeat and repeat and repeat to people. So here's my opportunity to remind people again how worthy we are. All right, whenever we're in that shadow of feeling inadequate, and I have been there so many times, to remind yourself, no, you can do this. You can achieve it. And you are so, so worthy of everything your heart desires. All right, so I just needed to put that in there before we jump into the dragons and the unicorns, which will definitely support this message and help us to tap into our resourcefulness to conquer our feelings of inadequacy and to step into our most wise selves. All right, to tap into our wells of wisdom. All right, let's get into the dragons. Well, these dragons and unicorns, they never disappoint, right? I'm always so excited to see what these dragons are going to teach me, what the unicorns are going to show me, and how it's going to support the gene keys. And it sure has. So one of the first things I noticed today as I started to dig into it, that again, I've been experiencing a lot of threes and a lot of threes, quadruple threes. And today I'm looking at the cards, and the authority, the partner is 21, which equals 3. And resourcefulness, 48, is 12, and 1 plus 2 is 3. And then I go on to the Create Your Vision card, the unicorn, and its number is 3. So this card, this reading, this week, all lined up with this 333 code and 3333 codes, right? So it's a major week, and it's about resourcefulness, creating our visions, authority, and tapping into joy. Let's meet the orange dragon. The orange dragon is about higher peace and manifestation. It's fifth dimensional energy, and it helps to bring soul, families, and communities together. So this is right in line with bringing together balanced communities, right? And balanced evolution, integrated communities, and balanced evolution, right? So this definitely has that fifth dimensional golden age energy. It talks about spreading belonging and warmth and oneness, and bringing people everywhere together. It goes beyond races and cultures. It symbolizes flames of joy, flames of welcoming, flames of warmth, and flames of acceptance. So what I was getting is, again, building communities, and we're under the gene key of resourcefulness, right? The gift. And the shadow. Well, what's the shadow? The shadow is on my mind more than the gift. The gift of it, the shadow of inadequacy, right? And moving beyond that shadow of inadequacy into, I would say, resourcefulness or even worthiness, right? And how do we, like I said, how do we go beyond the shadows? So go from feeling inadequate to feeling, oh, I feel so resourceful. And that has a lot to do with our acceptance. That has a lot to do with our sense of peace and our sense of joy and warmth, and having a high vibration, right? In order to come into the solutions, in order to move from I can't do anything to, oh, I am abundant and I can do with what I have, as opposed to I have nothing that I can work with, right? Inadequacy, not feeling enough. Resourcefulness, oh, there's a bounty and I can work with my bounty. All right. So it talks about the orange navel chakra. And when the orange dragon comes in, that means the orange navel chakra is open, because we are ready to spread joy and oneness. And the navel, if you're familiar with chakras, your solar plexus is above the navel, and your sacral chakra is below the navel. So that navel is that midpoint that really bridges the solar plexus, which is all about our confidence and our worthiness, our feeling worthy, right? And our identity and our personality. And then the sacral is all about our creation, right? And our communities, and creation in terms of, it's the womb center, procreate, create, as well as just what are we creating with, and how are we creating, including the relationships we're having with our families and with our communities. So that navel chakra is open. That navel chakra is open. It's confident. It's ready. It is ready to create, and create with community, and create with joy and warmth and acceptance, and to welcome all races and cultures in, right? We're talking about finding our soul family, our groups, and our tribes. And when I say our tribes, I'm like people who you're going to collaborate and work with to build these communities. That's what I'm getting, because we're in a new phase and we're in a new spiral, and we're heading into more and more every day, every month. We're heading more and more into this beautiful golden age. And we all are bridging ourselves with the fifth dimension more and more. So we're going to experience fifth dimensional energy more and more, because it's going to happen through the individual. So if you're tapped into a fifth dimensional mindset and a fifth dimensional heart, you will be experiencing a fifth dimensional life, and you will find others and connect with others and bond and link with others who are carrying that same vibrational energy, so that you can connect and create and collaborate and create communities with, right? So it's helping us to find our soul families and our groups, and to recognize our people, so that we can experience a sense of belonging, right? I have a new friend in my life, and yeah, I enjoy spending time with him, because we are, he likes what I do and I like what he does. And every time we spend time together, I'm like, oh my God, we're having so much fun here. And, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And I actually said to the person yesterday, I said, I can't wait for us to start making some money together. You know what I mean? So now that I'm reading this Orange Dragon, and it's like, yeah, the Orange Dragon is here. It's bringing you in closer with the people who you're meant to build with, right? The fifth dimensional energy is all about cooperation. It's all about helping each other, and helping each other to practice harmony and oneness. The orange dragons help us to see the divine light in everyone, and it helps us to connect and see the bonds and the links between each other that bring us together. So it's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy, right? So welcome in this orange dragon, really talking about the bridge of your solar plexus and your sacral chakras, right at that navel, and creating with joy and confidence and with community, right? I love it, because this is all about resourcefulness and authority, and us moving beyond the shadow of feeling inadequate and not enough. Remember, I'm here to remind everybody that you are worthy. This is a worthiness timeline that we are tapping into, right? So let's go into the unicorn and see what beautiful unicorn is here for us this week too. All right, so the beautiful unicorn of this week is number 3. It's our third 3. How beautiful. All right, so the message is to create your vision. Do what makes your heart sing, and you are being nudged forward. I think we've had this card before. And, if we did, it's okay, because it just means that we have just completed a cycle and we are about to start a whole new spiral, right? Which is life. There are cycles within cycles within cycles. And now we have the opportunity to create our new vision, feeling resourceful, feeling and knowing our wisdom, right? So this beautiful unicorn reminds us that all is possible when we open our hearts and minds, and that it's really here to show us that another phase of life has began. And it's interesting that it's number 3, because just when you just tap into number energy, 3 is that catalyst, right? And it's saying, what makes your heart sing? You are being nudged forward. So it's like you're being nudged forward, the catalyst, but remember, what makes your heart sing is important, the joy factor, the orange dragon, right? And again, it's in the essence of GeneKey number 48, the gift of resourcefulness. So because we know we are resourceful, then we can create a vision, right? Because we know we are filled with wisdom, we can create our vision, and we can create our vision with the things that bring us joy and make us happy and make our hearts sing, right? That's about joy and happiness and feeling fulfilled and satisfied. And that is what this card is about too. It says to take the time to think about your future, what satisfies you and what fulfills you. So don't just, keep on marching forward, but have those moments of stillness, meditate, right? Breath work, vision, imagine, create, embrace, feel, right? Know your nature. Take that time to reflect. Who am I? And what would I like to do? What do I want to accomplish? What do I want to create? True story. Graduated from Howard University 20 years ago. This month is my 20-year anniversary. And 20-year reunion. And when I graduated, I was also working for the university, and I sat down in front of a computer and I did that. I prayed and I said, I thought of who I was and what I wanted to experience and what brought me joy. That was the main thing. And then I said, okay, guide me to the perfect career. Guide me to where I want to be, where I would have fun at. And the spa industry popped into my head. And here I am 20 plus years later with my own aromatherapy company, so it works. When you take the time to go into stillness and have that clarity about what will bring you joy, not just make you rich. Have both, but make sure that joy factor is weaved and enfolded in it, actually the foundation, and then move forward with that vision. And it reminds us to tap into that third eye. Again, when we're doing that, use your crown chakra, use your heart chakra. Use your third eye. Go beyond what you think is impossible for you, what you think is unattainable. Go beyond what you think might even be difficult, and just simply say, what will make my heart sing? What will bring me so much joy? What can you do every single day of your life without getting paid? And then one day you'll get paid up for it. You know what I mean? But what will make your heart sing? Create your vision around what makes your heart sing. It reminds us that as we use our inner goals and build our characters of charisma and determination and strength and inner peace, that we build up a cornucopia of good things coming to us. I love that word, cornucopia. And I think it was this week or last week, and this has been swirling around for a while, and then I finally got an image of it because I remember us talking about it. I think probably maybe with my shaman classmates, or either the group I'm in with the raw food. And we do 5 days of raw food at the beginning of every month. If anybody wants to join that, just hit me up. But we were talking about corn and how corn used to have all these beautiful colors. And then there was something else that a photo that I came across, I think within another group, and it was the beautiful corn. And I was like, wow, that's how it looked. And I actually asked my dad about it. And he said, yeah, when they were growing up, that's the corn that they would see. It was all of these beautiful colored kernels. And it was so awesome. So I'm going to put a picture of that in this video, and so that we can all set a vision and create our vision with the heart of, of joy. And know that we can set visions and put things in place that satisfy us and fulfill our hearts, and that it will bring us a cornucopia of good things. This card also reminds us that our vibration is rising and the planet's vibration is rising, that time is speeding up. So to be prepared to accelerate, and that everything is unfolding in divine order and divine timing. We must trust that. 333. Everybody, I'm just going to keep this one short. It's been an interesting, resourceful week, and you had to tap into your orange dragon. We have 2 more days. Tap into that orange dragon, set your vision, and know that you are resourceful, that you are full of wisdom, and that when the shadow of inadequacy comes into you, just say, I am so worthy. for everything my heart desires and set your vision. I love you all. Have a wonderful, blessed, and resourceful week. We are so blessed.